So you're telling me Google's sending bots to click on my advertisements to cost me thousands of dollars. Next, you're telling me Facebook's ROIs have gone from 5, 6x to less than 1. And that's the end of the story.
I don't know how else to put it, but what we're going through right now is Ad-mageddon. Here's why. Google is experiencing some of the highest levels of fraud that they've ever experienced in the entire history of digital advertising. There are so many bad actors that are building malware and bots and ways to either generate revenue or to incur expenses from advertisers. Now, folks, it's not all bad news here. And with Facebook, we all know that mobile advertising has completely changed, because now what has happened is on Apple devices, we have to approve if those apps and the tracking pixels can track our activity across our web experience. And the reason why that was put into place was to protect our privacy. But the reality is that it's completely changed the way that advertisers can advertise.
That's Facebook. And I mean, I have more than one story to tell about Google and the bots, the bot farms, whatever you want to call them. It's fake accounts signing up for your advertisements. So if you're running advertisements on Google, make sure you're keeping a really close eye on each and every sign up or conversion, because there's a pretty high chance they might be fake. We've encountered this problem now multiple times where dozens of fake accounts that'll say first name, last name at Gmail, something like that, will sign up through our forms. And you can tell their behaviors. It's not a real person. And it'll happen a dozen times or so, and then we'll catch it and turn it off as quickly as possible. But things like this are happening to everyone across every different industry. So if you're looking to run advertisements on Google, on Facebook, it is a uphill battle right now. But as Ruben mentioned, it is not all bad news. And I think there's some light at the end of the tunnel, some silver lining, some good news here for you as well.
What's so interesting about ad fraud is that if you report ad fraud to Google or Facebook with a reasonable explanation on why you believe it was fraud, the chances of them giving you a refund are actually pretty good. In fact, we've gone through this process more than one time where we discovered that we were getting fake traffic and fake signups. And we took our discoveries to both Google and Facebook, and in fact got a refund of thousands of dollars. That was really nice to see, but at the same time, it's a cold-hearted reminder that we cannot fall asleep at the wheel, that we need to understand where our advertising dollars are going and to make sure that the activities that are happening as a result are real.
As I mentioned, this has happened to us, to clients, so these are real-life case studies of the scary world of advertising. But as I did promise you, some light at the end of the tunnel, some good news here. We're here to share some strategies with you of how you can protect yourself from any type of advertising or platform disaster. Begin to build your list, and that's information that you own. And this can be, shared in CSV files or your email, whatever. That's information that you have control over. Whether Facebook or Instagram goes down, change their policy, that's not going to matter because you have your own contact information. So building your list is probably one of the most important pieces. The second piece tied right up along there is creating your own original content, like video. By creating your own original content, this is content that you own, that you have control over. And like I said, somebody changes their policy. Maybe it's not optimal for that channel any longer, but you can still repurpose that video, repurpose that content in the channels that make sense for your business.
The symbiotic relationship that exists between social networks and content creators is that these platforms depend on content creators. YouTube wouldn't be what YouTube is if it weren't for people creating original content. And the same applies to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and every other social channel out there. The fact of the matter is that some people and some brands decide to become a creator and not an advertiser, because you can't advertise unless you have creators that populate the feed. Just think about it for a second. When you're on YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, you have to scroll. You might search for original content, or you might scroll to try to discover original content. And in the process of consuming content, you're probably going to see advertisements. So a pretty groundbreaking mindset idea is to commit to the long haul of creating original content. Creating videos using the Dubb Chrome extension to create screen videos to populate your YouTube channel. Maybe even using the Dubb mobile app to create multiple clips, dynamic videos that you can upload to social channels. Setting up a studio or for people in your team so that you can create social videos or even sales videos. If you have some time, check out Dubb.com, which is a video communication platform that allows you to record simple videos from your phone, from your screen, from your webcam, and to be able to send those videos to contacts with actionable pages and calendar integrations. The point here is that if you choose the path of creating original content, you create the gift that keeps giving. You populate your social channels, and ultimately people find you and come to you.
If you're looking for more content like this, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, as we're always dropping knowledge like this. Very personal stuff that we're going through, and maybe best practices for how you can avoid some of the traps and mistakes that are out there. as well as some of the better growth strategies we experience and we can share with you as well. Until next time.